Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, your source for F-150 Lightning news, updates, and information with another video I think that'll be very helpful and educational for you guys out there that have a reservation, you're waiting for your invite, and looking for something to watch. Hopefully this video can help you out with some of the process and what happens when you take that through the order. We did get one invite, and it happened to be a dealer employee, and so we had an opportunity to go through that order with them, get some screen grabs so that you can kind of see what the process is going to look like, the different steps to the process and such like that. So we'll give you we're going to go over some of that later in the video. Before that, there's some other information that I felt was very helpful. They sent out a playbook to dealers a couple days before about when the configurable went online, and so I thought it was some great information that I wanted to share with everybody that kind of goes through some things that you might think about when you're going to do your order, because there's some commodity availability for some of the configurations, because some of you that get later invites like wave 3 and 4 and such may not have some of these flexibility on those. So I'm going to go through and see, so you kind of see that, because if your configuration is not available, they're going to ask you if you want to wait and choose a different configuration, or if you want to wait for 2023. So I'm going to go over that, as well as towing capabilities and such, so you kind of know what those numbers are. Those were included as well. And then we'll kind of also talk about some of the charging information. So how are you going to get those chargers? Who gets the chargers? Can you get a charger if you get the standard battery? So we're going to answer that in this video, and then show you how that order went through and the process for that order. So let's dive right in. Before we do that, don't forget, if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that red subscribe button down below so you can get subscribed over to the channel. Hit the notification bell so that way you can get notified the next time another video uploaded to the YouTube channel. And don't forget to smash that like button. I'd really appreciate it. So first thing that so you know, invites have gone out. The first wave went out yesterday. Well, if you're watching this video to the day it airs, then it was yesterday. So January 6th is when the first invite went out. A very small amount. It looks like most dealerships only received one, so the first person on the list. And more than likely, most dealerships did prioritize some of their local customers and loyal customers to be number one. And in this case, it was one of our dealership employees that had really, he reserved the first night, but we just bumped him up to the number one spot there, just so that we could be able to, go through this process with our customers so we know what's going on. We really thought there was going to be a larger number of invites on each wave than this one. So hopefully the other waves aren't one or two at a time and they're in bigger chunks. So we'll just have to wait and see. We have, I guess, 2 weeks before the next wave goes out. I'm actually number 2 at our dealership, so we'll know when those go out. But that's the way it's going to go. So there'll be 5 more waves go out in 2-week increments, and then the 22 orders will need to be converted over. Or reservations will need converted over to orders by March 31st, 2022. If you receive an invite, if you don't receive an invite, you don't have to worry about that deadline. You're just have to wait at that point. Now, they did say after that is done, once that deadline's done, they're going to be looking at the orders. They're going to see how many they have based on how many they think production can handle. And then they're going to do what they call balance out invitations in April to go ahead and bring in a few more orders to complete out their 22 model year. So, March 31st, you didn't receive an invite in any of the 6 waves. Just hold tight. Maybe you'll get lucky. Maybe there'll be extra, orders available, and then maybe you can get an invite, a surprise invite in April. So that'd be kind of nice to be able to see. Now, 22 production will start in Q1, and it looks like it's going to continue through Q3. So 22 production will be for several months there, and that's how that's going to go. 23 ordering will start, looks like summer of 22, according to the timeline they gave us. It'll be based on waves as well, just like this was, of course, based on your time frame and your order that you are at your dealership is where it's going to be prioritized, and those invites are going to go out starting in the summer. And it looks like 23 production will start at the beginning of Q4 of 22, it looks like, according to their timeline that they sent us, the dealers. So we got this nice little packet called the Playbook that gives us some of this information. So now some of the available configurations, they actually gave us kind of a little graph there to kind of show us, what's available. And I'm kind of ranking these by the most available configurations and then going down from there. So number 1, and it was almost double of number 2, was the Lariat 511A with the extended battery. That is the most popular configuration. That's the one they're going to have the most commodities available for, which is great because I think that's where I'm landed on my configuration. So that's number one. Number two is the Platinum. Of course, comes standard with the extended battery. That is number two in a way of commodities you're going to have. And then number three is the Lariat, the 510A with the standard battery. Of course, a 510A is the Lariats come standard with the standard battery, and then when you go up to the 511A is when you get that extended battery standard. And then number four was the XLT 311A, which is the standard XLT with the standard battery. That is number four. And then number five is the XLT 312A with the extended battery. Of course, when you click the extended battery, you automatically get the 312A. It takes you to that. It's 20 grand add between the battery and that package. And then number six is the Pro version with the standard battery. And then number seven is the XLT with the 312A with the standard battery. So you can go up to that package, $9,500 package, without going to the extended battery. So that is the lowest configuration. So you can see there that kind of where those commodities are lying in a way of how many are going to be available, what configurations are going to be available for that. So if you're going down and you click yours and maybe it's a Pro version and they're out, you're going to have to pick something else. You may want to go up from there, XLT and such. So you're going to want to figure out what configurations are available when you go to do your yours, or you just want to wait for 23, which is an option you'll have, because when you put your configuration in, it'll tell you either we didn't have that error come up because he picked the most popular one, but you will have an option of either holding off to 23 or picking a different configuration. Now let's talk about some of the towing and payload capabilities that are available. The standard battery, so all those versions with the standard battery, Pro version or the XLT or the Lariat 510A with the standard battery, will have a payload of 2,000 pounds and will have a standard towing of 5,000 pounds. I mentioned this in my last video. Upgraded numbers, though, show that if you do go with the max trailer tow package with the standard battery, it'll take it to 7,700 pounds. So a little bit more than what we had figured. And then just for your information, the GCWR, gross combined weight ratio for the standard battery without the max trailer tow package is 11,700 pounds, and with the tow package, it's 14,400 pounds. Now, if you go with the extended battery, your payload is the same, 2,000 pounds there, with the standard battery. So if you go, or the standard towing with the extended battery is 7,700 pounds. So originally they gave us rough numbers of 7,500 at the launch. Now they're giving us actual numbers of 7,700 pounds. If you go with the max trailer tow package with extended battery, you're 10,000 pounds. And they actually say up to 10,000 pounds. So there you go. And then the GCWR for the extended battery without the tow package is 15,000 pounds, and with the tow package is 17,300 pounds. Now, for those that want a Platinum, the numbers are a little less because the Platinum will have more equipment and things like that. It weighs the truck down a little bit more, so those numbers are different. So if you have a Platinum edition, which comes standard with extended battery, the payload will be 1,500 pounds instead of 2,000, and the max trailer tow package, of course, towing capabilities will be 8,400 pounds. So you will lose about 1,600 pounds by going from a Lariat to the Platinum. So it's something you might want to think about. That's why I wanted to get this video out, because there's some things like that you may want to consider, and it may change your mind on what configuration you go with. The GCWR for that is going to be 15,900 pounds. Again, you lose a couple thousand pounds there if you go that configuration. Now let's talk about mobile charging for just a second. So what's going to come standard on all of your trucks is going to be a mobile power charger with level 1, that's 120 volt, and level 2, 240 volt charging capabilities. So that'll come with all battery sizes and all trims. For those that get the extended battery, it will come with the Ford Charge Station Pro with the level 2, 240 volt, 80 amp charger. So that's what's going to go, and that's what can be installed in the house, in your garage, whatever it might be. Now, Sunrun is the recommended installer for all the F-150 Lightning charging solutions, is what they're saying. Now, we'll talk more about that in just a second here, about capabilities of having someone locally do that. But Sunrun will contact all the extended range battery order holders. So when your vehicle gets scheduled for production, they will contact you, and you basically have three choices of what. Well, actually, you have two choices in a sense. You can either contract with them for them to do the install for you. And when they do that, they'll bring the charger with them. They will install it in your house. Or you can choose a local licensed electrician. In that case, they will ship the charger to you 2 weeks before your vehicle is delivered to the dealership. So they don't give you as much time frame there. Now, if they don't get a response from you, then they'll also go ahead and ship that to you 2 weeks prior to your delivery. So their assumption there is that you're going to just have it done locally. Now, if you do have the standard battery, so standard range battery customers will be able to order the Pro Charge Station Pro in March of 22. So if you decide you want to go, because I wondered this myself, I'm like, I really don't know if I need that extended battery, but you can get that charging station from Sunrun in March of 22 and have it installed as well. So you would contract with them and have it installed because that is not included as part of the extended range. Not sure on the cost. They didn't mention the cost in any of the information that we received, but you can get that from them. Now, just having the 80 amp doesn't mean you can do the power backup to the house. It's not just going to be automatic. You actually have to have something else done from Sunrun. So you have to install the intelligent backup power. So that will need to be installed as well. Sunrun is the exclusive seller of the home integration system, is what they call that. So you'll need that home integration system to be able to enable the intelligent backup power. The IBP is what they're calling it. So to enable that, you'll need the Pro charger, the Charge Station Pro charger, and the home integration system. You'll need both of those for that. Standard battery customers will need to purchase the IBP activation. So extended batteries will get that when they get it. That it looks like the activation is going to be included, but those that have the standard battery that want that 80 amp charger put in, they can at a one-time charge get the IBP activation done so that they can do the backup as well. So it won't last as long, but if you have the standard battery, you order the 80 amp charger from them, and you get this integration, the home integration system, then you can also do the backup power as well. So that might be something that you might consider, because I know some people asked about that. I had heard that was going to be available, and it will be. So there's some information about that. So Sunrun is that provider. So I don't think you need to reach out to them. You wait for your production and such, and they'll reach out to you if you have an extended battery. If you have a standard battery, you're probably going to need to wait till March anyway before contacting you and thinking about that. So let's go and take a look at the order that we did earlier. So I'm going to actually click to the screen here, I think. There we go. All right, so I have some of these images here. We're just going to flash up. So I got a nice black screen behind me there. But the first thing you're going to notice when you get your email from Ford is at the top of the email, you see a cool little, it's kind of a GIF here that comes up. So it kind of loops. So you see that, and it just kind of loops from there. So it keeps going like that over and over, until you scroll down and such. So it's just a nice little GIF. And then at the bottom of it is where you're going to see something like this. All right, so it says first, build your F-150 Lightning truck online and choose your preferred available series and options. Then we'll send the information to your selected dealer, and you'll be one step closer to owning the only EV that's also an F-150. So I won't read the rest of that. There's information there. It does tell you right at that time that if you want to change dealerships, you need to change it right now before you do your order. You cannot do that because changing your dealer will impact production timing and vehicle delivery. So there's times when you can call them. There's the 800 number and such like that. And then you just click on that Order Your F-150 Lightning Now button right there, and that's going to take you to your order screen. So it's going to take you to something like this. Basically, you'll need to sign into your account, take you to your order, and then at that point, of course, you notice I blocked out the reservation number, but you do have the configure and order. You click that button there, and that's how you jump into your order. So you'll see something like this. Once you click on that, choose your truck, that lights up. Now, it does mention there, it says, then put down a $500 deposit with your preferred dealership. Ours was $1,000, so that was my assumption, was that was a default. I don't know if it's something we had to, as a dealership, had to enter in there, but for us, it was $1,000. So it does tell you if your preferred configuration is sold out, you can choose to extend your reservation. So click on the configure your truck right there, and we'll take you to something that looks like this. Similar to what it looks like on the configure online right now that you can go through and mess with, except this one says at the top, order your Ford 2022 F-150 Lightning. So you go in there, choose your trim there, choose your extended battery, standard battery. You can tell he's going all in, he's going lariat. Click on that start your order for whichever configuration you want, and then we go to the screen like this. So again, just like what the configure looks like online. So you can go ahead and then scroll down once you get everything figured in there, and then go ahead and place your order by clicking on that continue order there. So then that'll continue that order. So at that point, once you do that, I believe the screen's right after that. Yeah, the screens after that I didn't show, I didn't get, because they basically went through filling in your order information and everything, all your personal information, credit card information and everything like that, to get that deposit and to go ahead and do it. And you'll notice it says configure complete right above my picture there. So then that is that configuration is complete at that point, and you'll notice that it does select the place order is right there. So that is in, and that it's ready to go. $1,000 deposit is in there. It even shows your price. So dealers can set their price ahead of time, over and under MSRP, whatever they want to do there. We chose MSRP for all of our order holders here, and so that gives you that dealer price. So when you put that in, if that doesn't match up with your configure, that means your dealership did set a different price into the pricing matrix when they set this up. So we did MSRP on ours, and at that point, if you then you'll get an email like this. Actually, I think this is just another screen after that says your order has been confirmed. I think you scrolled down and got this shot. So your order has been confirmed. And then at that point, there's one last thing that you have to do. So let me actually close this and just kind of talk to you about that for a second. Once you submit that, you need to contact your dealer and let your dealer know, I've submitted my order. It should be available for you to see. Your dealer will need to go into the to the screen there, the e-commerce portal, to be able to see that. When they go into that portal, the section that's labeled orders requiring attention is where they need to look. At that point, they'll look just like this in here, because once we clicked on that, because even we sat down, I says, now I think, don't you have to go and to accept that order? And he goes, oh yeah, we do. So just like the Mach-E orders are done as well. So once that order's in there, then the dealership has to accept that order at that time. So that's why you want to make sure you contact your dealer and let them know that you've submitted it, they have your deposit. And then once they go in there, they would check that accept right there, and then you should be good to go. So that would be the last step. So that's something I wanted to make sure everybody knew, is something that they had to make sure that they were doing, because they may not realize that, and then that order's kind of sitting in there waiting to be accepted. So and then I think the earlier that order is accepted, the earlier you're going to go into your order and have that order looked at and be in line to have your order produced. So so that's kind of a breakthrough on that. So hopefully you got something out of this. Hopefully you had fun with this, and this video was educational and helped you out. That's my goal on these videos. And then of course we're going to continue doing more videos on different things that we have come out, that we learn more and more in this process as we're trying to learn. Again, we have no idea yet on allocations that we're supposed to get for the entire 22 model year. We have now up to 140 orders. I think we started with 120 just several weeks ago, but we had about 20 people that switched over to us as a dealership. So we're up to about 100, I think 136. We're at 136 orders right now, and we again only had the one invite yesterday. But hopefully in a couple weeks we see a lot more invites as they test that system, make sure it's ready to go. And hopefully your dealership does as well if you have your order in with a dealership. So again, hopefully you have that reservation in. Hopefully you get selected for an invite in a couple weeks. And so I hope you really enjoyed this video. And if you did, again, smash that like button. I really appreciate it. If you're not subscribed yet, hit the red subscribe button down below. Hit that notification bell. That way you get notified the next time we have another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. And again, thank you for watching this video. If you want to follow us on social media, we're at McArthur on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you want to follow me, you can find me I'm on Twitter at Tim Bartz there. So again, thanks for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget, and if you want more information, you have questions about this, you want to have questions for me, we do a live stream every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central Time Zone on our YouTube channel. That's why you want to make sure you're subscribed, and you can get that. You'll get that notification for that if you hit that notification bell. So we'll go live every Tuesday night, usually about 7 minutes before the live stream, before I'm ready. We actually have that go live, so that way you get that notification. You can jump in there right away. We'll talk about production going on, scheduling that happens, Ford news updates, that kind of stuff in those live streams, as well as it's a live Q&A for you. And each week we have a different subject or topic that we talk about as well, about halfway into the time frame there. And then of course you can ask me any questions you have, whether it be on Lightning, Maverick, anything else. I'm there to help you out and get you those answers, or if I don't have those, it's a great way for me to be able to get that information and then come back the next week with that answer for you guys in our live stream. So again, thanks for watching this video. Until the next one, we'll see you later.